See where this takes us. It's an experiment.
Oh, I want to say I turned it off.
It's called. Oh.
No, I turned it off.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Technical difficulty.
Oh, there it is. It's called Improv. The Sound of Guitar by Evan and Phil. Let's see where this takes us. It's dark, and it's been raining for several hours now. As she looked out the window, it was cloudy because she forgot to wash it that morning. Then she remembered she never washes her windows because her apartment's new. So she cried a bit. She didn't know what to do. And then, that's when the lightning struck. The world outside her changed, and her apartment was no longer an apartment, but it was a barn. It was the barn she grew up in. The barn she saw that UFO come in. That UFO on that cloudy night in Idaho, where she grew potatoes on her family farm. And well, she started to walk out into the cornfield, which they also grew on their farm in Idaho. And on that farm, she started walking through that cornfield. She got lost in a maze. And she wished she hadn't drunk that much coffee that night. And she remembered she didn't drink coffee, so she was happy she didn't. She was getting lost. It was scary in that cornfield. She'd seen all those horror movies. She didn't know where she was going. And everything was spinning around her. And the more it spun, the more lost she got. Until it kept spinning. Still spinning. Until it faded out. And that's when the radio started. The radio, and she realized that she wasn't in a cornfield anymore. She was in an empty studio, and the radio was still going. The radio from 1949 that rang in some good news that she forgot because the radio wasn't really on. It was on some radio station and it was playing music, but the music was rusted and everything was fading, and she didn't know what to do because it kept going, and there was no change. It was just constant radio sound. And it really should change because she's stuck in this place. And the radio's not changing. And she was getting really annoyed at the radio. Oh, and then the radio started to change. No, the radio's still the same. She sat there and she was like, God, I wish this radio would change. Oh, now there's a song. Then she realized she started toggling with those switches, and a song came through. She remembered the song from her childhood, all those days in Idaho, on her farm. That's when the 70s came, with their artificial sounds and music. And that's when she woke up to realize she never left her house at all, and she was still at Brooks. Thank you.